going to make a recipe with you that I haven't made before. My family wanted stuffed cabbage and most of them are meat eaters. So today I'm going to veganize it and we'll see how it goes. Come along with me. Step one, I'm going to take my whole head of cabbage with the core in it and put it in boiling water for probably 10 minutes. I want the leaves to wilt and I want to be able to cut out the core. While the cabbage is in the boiling water, I'm going to make my filling. This is the brand that I'm using today for a plant-based meat. So I'm adding 2 flax eggs. I'm going to be adding a 1/2 cup of brown rice that was already cooked. Got a 1/2 cup of pepper there and a 1/2 cup of onion. Now, because this plant meat was already seasoned, I'm not adding salt or pepper. Now this pretty much smells like what it used to smell when I was making it with meat. You want to get it really mixed well. I think this is going to be just fine. So I will just set this aside while I'm waiting for the cabbage. Also, I can start putting my sauce together. I'm going to be cooking these stuffed cabbages in an Instapot or pressure cooker, but you could do them on your stove or in your oven. It would just take longer. So for the sauce, I'm starting with 2 cups of sauce and a regular size can of tomato soup. Since this is a large can, I'm just using half of it. And then you stir in 3/4 cup of water. Just stir it up and then you will put your cabbages in that and start the pressure cooking. I took the cabbage out of the boiling water. I also have it in some ice water for now so that it will be a little more manageable for me to work with. Right now, I'm going to attempt to cut out the core. So I'm putting my knife in on a slant to try to cut the core out. Okay, so core is out, and now I'm going to be peeling off the cabbage leaves. I will be putting them on a towel. So I'm turning it upside down. This will help you see how the leaves are growing. Now, I don't know that anybody else puts it in ice water to help cool it, but I do. So I can see this is the next leaf that's going to be in line to come off. Just gently work off the cabbage leaves. Now, this is cooled a fair amount that I can work with it. So I'm taking it out of the water and I'm going to continue to peel leaves off. And you just have to be gentle. I hope you can see how I'm just working the cabbage leaves off. And I kept the boiling water in case I'm getting down to leaves that I can't peel off because they're not cooked enough. So I just want you to see that process. So if you've never done it, you will see how you have to just be really careful and peel back the leaves. I'll just do one more on camera, and there you go. So I'll set this aside. If need be, I'll put it in the boiling water to loosen more leaves. I'm going to dry these leaves off a tiny bit and then salt and pepper them. Now, the amount of plant-based meat mixture you would use is going to be based on the size of the cabbage leaf. So this is 1/4 cup. I'm going to put a little bit more in there. So that would probably be closer to a 1/2 cup. Now, these hard parts, I'm actually going to cut off. You start by rolling. Just keep on rolling. And then you take these ends and you push them into the filling. Now, some people put a toothpick in those, but I believe if I lay them seam side down in the pressure cooker that they will be absolutely fine without a toothpick. So we'll do 1 or 2 more. So I filled up my 4th cup measuring a little bit fuller. Again, I'll take off this part because it makes rolling it hard. I think I need to take some off of this. Start your rolling, get it rolled, try to keep it tight, then push the ends in. I don't make these frequently, but there are some people that make them all the time and theirs look perfect. So there's another one. I'll show one more. And that other cabbage, you can just saute that up. That's a bigger leaf. That was a generous 1/4 cup. A little bit more on the end there. Just do your rolling. Hold it up, push your cabbage ends in. That one needs tucked in a little bit. So there you have it. All right, all the cabbage rolls are finished. So I'm placing them in this pot, seam side down. And you can stack them, you'll see. And these are going to be cooked for 10 minutes once the pressure comes up. The stuffed cabbage is finished, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to cut one open and show you what it looks like on the inside and what it tastes like. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Now for the taste test. You can see it stays together nicely. The flavor is tasty. I would love it with a plate of mashed potatoes as well. I think the experiment was successful. As you can see, the texture matches what you would see in a traditional stuffed cabbage roll, and the taste is fairly similar. The taste is going to vary depending on the plant-based meat that you use. I hope that you'll give this a try, and you know, the next time I do this with an experiment, I'm going to try to use things like lentils, beans, rice instead of a plant-based meat. I'm so glad you came along on this journey with me, and I hope that the Lord continues to bless you and meets your needs. Please like, subscribe, and share this with your friends.